In fact, as soon as one drop of rain hits, I mean, traffic backs up all the way around the island on every road.
It certainly does. It tends to happen, right?
All right, thanks, Pete. As you mentioned, or we mentioned a little bit earlier, we got that weather alert days happening with a number of watches and warnings in effect up and down the island chain because of an approaching storm.
Now, this is a time to prep for the storm. We'll run through the list in just a few minutes. But joining us again right now is our chief meteorologist. This is Pete Caggiano. Thank you so much, Pete, for
always good to
spending
be
some
here.
time with us, right? And unfortunately, every time you're in that seat, it's always bad news, right?
Yeah, right. So if you see me, it's bad weather news, right?
Run the other way.
Yeah.
But what are the main things that we should know about this particular storm system?
Well, it's a low pressure center, and it's a disturbance that's going to pass a lot closer to the state than these disturbances usually. So we tend to see fronts. We tend to see that clash between cold and warm air happen further to the north of the island. So that's why when these fronts come through, they're usually not that powerful. This one's going to be passing much closer, so just north of Kauai. Because of its proximity, that's why we're concerned about not only the rainfall, but those strong winds as well.
You know, we've heard about the Kona lows. We've heard about those before, but this is being labeled as a winter low. What's that about?
Yeah, basically a Kona low is what we call a cutoff low, and that is generally west of the islands. And what we mean by cutoff is it's cut off from the wind flow aloft. It's not moving, so it just sits there. Yes, and that's the problem with Kona lows. They just sit there and they just pump rain, and a lot of times they really get Kauai. Sometimes they get Oahu with that heavy rain. And this low is actually going to pass north of the islands, and so we call it progressive low, which is, of course, fancy weather talk, meaning it's moving. So this low is going to be moving from the west to the east, north of the island. So as it does move, that makes it a little bit of a different low. It's basically a disturbance, a winter low like you would see on the mainland, one that would produce snow in New England, one that would bring that heavy rain and winds to the Pacific Northwest. So it's just moving along. We're just going to be closer to it than normal.
Got it. So Kona low camps, and then we got the training where the rain just dumps in one area, and this one is moving. Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. That's the quick explanation. Yeah.
All right, so we've got that timeline already set up for us, yes?
So we're looking at a timeline. We're looking at winds picking up tonight. So we want to give everyone a heads up. Those winds are going to start to pick up tonight. And not everyone's going to see intense winds. We'll all see strong south and southwest winds, which is an unusual direction for the winds to be coming from. So kind of want to be aware of that. They're going to come from the south and southwest. And also, we're going to see very strong winds downslope of terrain. So the concerned areas, locations you guys are very
windward
familiar
side.
Yeah, windward side. And
sure.
you guys are very familiar with this over the years. When you see those strong south and southwest winds, you tend to see trees down. You can see at times roof damage, power outages. So those are the areas where we're really going to be concerned about. Windward spots, you really want to clean up your yard. Just prepare for those gusty winds. Those gusty winds start tonight. Anytime after 9 p.m., they'll be with us through tomorrow. The rainfall, while we could see a shower or two tonight, it's likely going to come Thursday. So I think tomorrow is when we're going to be dealing with the rain more than the wind. So winds first, and then rain and wind.
And then clearing towards the weekend?
So it's going to shift off to the east. We're going to see rainfall on Friday for the Big Island, Maui County. We'll see a little less. We'll start to clear here across Oahu and Kauai. Should be cleared out by the weekend, though.
Pete Caggiano, he's the man.
I'm so grateful to have an expert like this.
You're welcome, sister.
No.
Oh, you're pointing to him. My bad. Let me move on.
Davey is a former weather expert.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pete. All right. Hey, today is Lunar New Year. That's why I'm wearing red. Thanks, guys. It's also National Puzzle Day. Check this out. So here's the subject of our You So Akamai question. The first jigsaw puzzles were created as a teaching tool for which subject? Anatomy, geography, geometry, or agriculture? We'll get you the answer coming up in about 10 minutes.
Tricky.